Welcome to Romance Story Audio. In the midst of this fast-paced world, thank you for taking a moment to slow down and listen. We hope this brings you peace and comfort. Now, here is the story Romance Story Audio brings to you today. Please, enjoy. I'm Bella Harper, the infamous walking vase of the entertainment industry. Everyone knows I sing so terribly that I've become a symbol of musical disaster. Yet somehow, I got dragged into joining a singing competition. From the very first stage, I was ruthlessly roasted by netizens. My off-key performance shot straight up the trending charts. One of my competitors even snidely remarked before the show, "We've got international friends watching this time. Don't embarrass us on a global scale." Honestly, I just wanted to crawl under my blanket and cry. But hey, life is full of surprises. From being the target of endless ridicule, I somehow ended up winning first place in the finale. After the show, netizens summed it all up with one legendary line. "Sometimes votes matter more than effort." It's hilarious. Bella Harper on a music show. The vocal disaster taking on a singing competition. There's even a highlight reel titled, "Bella Harper Butchers Every Beat, Off-Key Moments of Legend." This world really is one big circus. The moment the news broke that I was joining a music show, I was hurled straight onto the hot search, complete with dramatic hashtags. Everyone knew I was a musical catastrophe, a tone-deaf singer joining a singing contest. Even I knew it sounded wrong. But what could I do? I'm just an employee. When the company gives you a task, you do it. Their motto? Even a sour note is still a note. They've always branded me as a pretty face with no rhythm. To solidify my image as a musical train wreck, they even hired a professional team to create a compilation video of all my offbeat, off-key performances. And the reason they forced me to join this show? Even more absurd. "Bella," my boss said, "your anti-fan growth rate has been too slow lately. This popular show is looking for contestants. Join it to boost your visibility." My boss personally called me in. The way he talked, it was like my well-being didn't matter at all. Honestly, I didn't mind joining, but would the producers even accept me? I mean, it's a serious singing show. Having someone tone-deaf as a contestant is kinda wild. I tried to back out with a reasonable excuse, saying the show wouldn't want me. "Don't worry about that," he said. "You're already trending. You bring buzz to the table. It's a win-win for both sides. Think of it as mutual exposure." With no escape route left, I, an offbeat disaster through and through, had no choice but to march onto the battlefield that is the music show. The show I'm about to join is called Skynote 2024. It's a recurring annual music competition. Even before airing, it's already gone viral across forums. The hype is through the roof and hasn't cooled down for a second. The reason for this year's insane hype? The format is completely new. Each contestant must choose one of their amateur fans to perform alongside as a support guest. And to make things even crazier, the song genre for each round is drawn live on stage. Then you have to perform immediately. No prep, just vibes. The difficulty level? Skyrocketing. Add in me, a musical disaster, stepping onto this battlefield of hardcore vocalists. No wonder the audience is practically falling out of their seats in anticipation. But the drama doesn't stop there. Just recently, my lifelong rival, Lily Lang, also announced her participation. Back when I was at peak hate, she piggybacked off my fame because her face somewhat resembled mine, and scored a decent number of acting gigs. Netizens love comparing the two of us. I sing like a yowling cat, while she's dubbed the goddess of melody. But truth be told, she's just as tone-deaf as I am. She just doesn't realize it. Then she even had the nerve to throw shade at me again, saying, "There are international guests this year. Don't embarrass the country." Can you believe it? After all these years, she still hasn't realized her vocals are tragic. Her commitment to cluelessness is top tier. Another tone-deaf contestant joins a music competition. This world really is losing it. Soon enough, I was stepping onto my first stage at Skynote 2024. Disaster or not, I still have the bare minimum level of respect for the stage. Under my manager's bootcamp training, I finally learned to distinguish between folk, pop, vintage ballads, and rock. I was feeling pretty confident. I thought I could handle whatever genre I picked for the first round. But the second I saw the result of my draw, I froze. Rap. Why rap of all things? Before entering showbiz, I used to have a mild stutter. Took forever to overcome it. As long as I don't rush, I'm fine. But with rap? Rushing is the whole point. With other genres, my biggest worry was staying on beat. But rap? Rap meant certain doom. I started shaking a little from the stress. And wouldn't you know it, Lily Lang drew rap too. We were standing close, so she immediately caught the shift in my expression. "Oh my," she smirked. "This is gonna be fun." She lucked out by drawing what's supposedly the easiest genre, and yet I was her opponent. Well then, I thought, hope she has a reality check soon. I glanced over at Lily Lang's smug face and quietly stepped a few feet away. People like her, delusional to the core, still managed to drool even after being cured. Only 2 of us drew rap, which meant only one of us could move forward. I went first. The rap lyrics were tricky to pronounce, but I managed to stay on beat and finish the song. Then came Lily Lang's turn. After watching her performance, only 2 words echoed in my head. Absolutely certain. Not because her stage presence was good, but because I was absolutely certain I'd be the one moving on. Her rhythm was orbiting another planet. Her voice went from clamped metal to a jammed tongue, and her rap delivery sounded like her mouth was on fire. Her performance was basically a farewell letter to the next round. To be fair, Lily Lang's stage spirit was kind of admirable too. The backing track had long stopped, but she was still clinging to the mic, forcing out those spicy rap lyrics. At the end of the first round, she looked absolutely unwilling to accept the result. From the moment the host announced that I made it to the next round, she wouldn't stop murmuring behind me. "If I lost to her, then you must have rigged it with the judges, right? Are you people all tone deaf or what, kicking me out? Sure, my timing was a little off, but what about my voice? My technique? Isn't that enough to make up for it?" I glanced over at the poor cameraman, trying to suppress his laughter, and gave Lily a subtle hand signal to cool it. "Keep it down. Nothing to be proud of here." Lily paused for a second, then suddenly whirled around and started grilling the cameraman. "Did you get that on tape? Huh? Did you?" Bella admitted she didn't deserve to win. "See? I told you I couldn't lose to her." While she was busy picking a fight with the crew, I made a quick escape. I had a feeling that if I stayed a second longer, I'd lose brain cells just talking to her. Back at the company, I reported the news of my advancement to my boss. He stared at me like he'd just seen Bigfoot. "Bella, be honest with me. Are you planning to jump ship to some big-name agency? Which company has that kind of pull to help you pass to the next round? Hook me up, I sing better than you do. I could be the next champ." I tried to explain. "No, seriously, I passed on my own merit." He wasn't having it. "Merit? What merit? Don't tell me you blackmailed the judges." I hurried to reassure him and gave a full account of what happened in the competition. His expression shifted from shock to begrudging acceptance. "Well, luck is technically part of skill too." Then he squinted at me. "I see potential in you now. Who knows? You might actually win this whole thing." The first episode had aired, and, as expected, it exploded across social media. Who would have thought the biggest draw of a music reality show would be me and Lily Lang, 2 tone-deaf disasters? Honestly, the producers must be trolling at this point. They even put us in the same team, probably planning to keep one of us as the show's mascot or something. I never expected rap to go viral this way. What a chaotic duo. The clueless phoenix and the offbeat dragon. People online were losing it. "Bella Harper has so many tricks up her sleeve," they laughed. And Lily Lang? Did she really not understand Bella's last savage remark? Savage and adorable? Bella made it through just so other contestants could be her backdrop. I can't wait to see what she pulls next episode. Total embarrassment. I swear I'm allergic to Bella Harper. She has 0 talent, and still insists on pushing forward. She's an embarrassment to all women. Like, if you don't like me, that's fine. But is all this hate really necessary? Why do women have to tear each other down like this? Oh my God, Bella's fans must be getting a school holiday again. Social media was flooded with threads about me, Lily Lang, and Skynote 2024. Lately, I haven't even dared to open any social media app. Just reading a few comments makes me want to erase my entire family tree. While I was still trending, my agency wasted no time locking in a few more endorsement deals for me. Honestly, I felt worried for those brands. Like, are they sure they want me as their ambassador? Do they really want to sell products, or are they just into chaos? Rumor has it that thanks to the show, Lily Lang even got invited to star in a movie by a famous director. My manager told me that while Lily's being bombarded with smear posts, she doesn't seem the least bit bothered. She even posted a dozen updates in a row on Weibo the moment she joined the film set, driving her anti-fans absolutely nuts. I genuinely envied her carefree mental state. Clearly, to live happily, one must master the art of emotional numbness. As the second round of the competition rolled in, I found myself facing contestants who actually had real vocal skills. I stayed up all night reviewing scales and trying to scrape together whatever pitch recognition I could. And yet, classic me, I overslept. By the time I arrived on set, everyone had already drawn their songs. I froze in place. Was I disqualified? Honestly, that didn't sound too bad. At least I wouldn't have to stress about performing. Just then, the host started walking toward me. Was I supposed to give an exit speech now? I hadn't even prepared anything. Congratulations to Bella Harper for receiving the bye in this round, he announced. She will automatically advance to the next stage. The entire studio fell silent. If it weren't for the cameras, I swear I would have let out a scream that shattered glass. Apparently, there was one extra contestant in the draw today, so the person who didn't pull a song got to skip the round. Luck is also a form of strength. That was the inspirational message the show wanted to deliver. When the director explained the rules, some of the other contestants glanced over at me with visible admiration. No one had even noticed I was late. I figured maybe it was my lucky day. I should probably go buy a lottery ticket. If I hit the jackpot, I might just retire early and be done with all this. I floated off the stage, still dazed, and right outside the door, I ran into my manager, who had just arrived. She looked around to make sure no one else was around, then sighed deeply and began comforting me. It's okay, Bella. Singing was never your strong suit anyway. Honestly, for your level, making it this far is already impressive. I even found a few great scripts for you to audition. Let's go act. With your looks, you'll steal the show. Actually, I made it to the next round. She froze mid-reach for the script. Wait, you what? I'm serious. I got a bye. Her hand holding the script trembled as she stared at me, completely stunned. So, you've been hiding your true power all along, huh? News that I got a free pass spread like wildfire online. Social media exploded. This chick's luck is insane. Out of 4 rounds, she's already skipped 2? Did a game show spirit possess her or something? Is this still a music competition or a joke? She's clearly got someone backing her. What, do they think viewers are idiots? Didn't hate her before, but now I seriously can't stand her. Bella Harper, just get out of showbiz already. And that account up there? Don't act like a bystander. You've been posting hit pieces on Bella nonstop. School's out again, huh? Someone commented online. Look, I'm just a bystander. I've got no strong opinions about Bella Harper. But that comment above? Seriously lame. Why insult students? What are you barking about? Meanwhile, my manager told me to stay off the streets for a while. She was terrified that if I accidentally caused another scene, she'd be out of a job. I honestly thought she was being a bit dramatic. Like, come on. It's modern-day America, not some spy thriller. It's not like I'm about to get assassinated, right? After all the hate I've endured, I thought I was basically immune to drama. But my manager wasn't taking chances. She insisted on walking me home. And sure enough, right near my house, we spotted someone acting super sketchy. Without thinking, I charged at him and took him down with a textbook over-the-shoulder throw. Years of amateur judo finally paid off. "Don't hit me! Please don't hit me!" he cried out. "I'm your fan!" Yeah, right. Like that's supposed to help. Then why are you lurking here? Trying to sneak photos or what? Didn't expect me to know self-defense, huh? My manager pulled out her phone to call the cops, and the guy started squirming like he was about to grab it. I hit him with a solid arm lock, and that was the end of that. We handed him over to the police, and when they checked the security footage from the neighborhood, it turned out he had been tailing me for a while. "I used to be a genuine fan," he said. "But now, I totally get why people hate you. You're really disappointing." Before I could respond, my manager jumped in. "Shut it, you've clearly got issues." After the cops took him away, my manager finally decided to step back a bit. Seeing me body slam a stalker apparently gave her enough peace of mind. To make sure I'd get eliminated in the next round, I decided to completely give up. No more practice. Let's end this circus. Round 3 began. I arrived super early at the venue this time, just in case something unexpected happened again. This time, I drew the genre. Rock. Perfect. I know absolutely nothing about rock music. And to make matters worse, my opponent? A professional rock vocalist. I had no chance. Since our matchup was scheduled last, and I had arrived too early, I hadn't eaten yet, so I ordered food. In the waiting room, it was just me, munching away. It looked like none of the other contestants had eaten either. A few of them were eyeing my food and swallowing nervously. And I was eating spicy hot pot too. I mean, who can resist that aroma? Before long, the entire room was filled with the mouth-watering smell of spicy broth and beef slices. Afraid I might end up ordering a second round, I decided to leave the room before my cravings got the best of me. Just as I was stepping out, I noticed my opponent ordering food too, digging in like there was no tomorrow. Good, eat up, stay strong, go crush me on stage and put an end to this farce. Remembering my manager's strict advice about maintaining image and body shape, I didn't go back into the break room. When the MC finally called my name, I walked straight up and performed. After I finished singing, I glanced at the judges, and their expressions said it all, as if they'd just swallowed a speaker wire. I knew it. I bombed. Calmly, I headed back to the green room, just waiting for my opponent to deliver a flawless performance so I could finally be free. But the moment I opened the door to the green room, chaos had already broken loose. My opponent was curled up on the floor, clutching her stomach in pain. Her manager was frantically calling for an ambulance. I grabbed another contestant and asked what had happened. She shook her head. No idea. She just suddenly collapsed. Nobody knows why. Since my opponent's condition wasn't stable enough to continue, she had to withdraw from the round. And just like that, I advanced again. My manager ran over, eyes wide with excitement, grabbing both my hands. "Bella, you're in the finals! What if you actually win the whole thing?" Still shell-shocked from this accidental advancement, I stared at her in disbelief. I seriously needed to buy a lottery ticket. This kind of luck couldn't be normal. 3 rounds in, and I basically coasted through, all without actually trying. Social media collectively lost it. Bella's in the finals. Do you know what that means? It means, Bella's in the finals. Thanks for the info, I guess. This show has to be scripted. Bella's totally blessed by the god of luck. Guys, after Bella made it past the last round, I changed my profile pic to her face. And guess what? I, a person who never wins anything, just hit the lottery. I've made up my mind. I'll be a Bella fan for life. Wait, are you serious? I've got an SK music audition and IELTS coming up. I'm gonna give this luck a shot too. No joke. I changed my avatar to Bella's face and won a prize from a live stream the same day. From now on, I'm a hardcore Bella fan. Say one bad word about her, and I'll verbally body slam you. But of course, not everyone was on the Bella train. Wow, the internet really has no memory. Y'all were dragging her last week, and now suddenly she's your hero? You people switch sides faster than a weather vane. Can someone tell me what Bella actually did to deserve this much hate? Just because she can't sing doesn't mean she deserves lifelong public stoning. Take a look in the mirror. What gives you the right to judge someone else so harshly? Later, my manager told me my opponent had gotten food poisoning from eating something bad, which triggered acute gastritis. I wanted to punch myself. Why did I have to be so greedy and order that dish? If I hadn't, none of this would have happened. But the universe had other plans. Ever since I made it to the finals, my boss went absolutely manic, digging up every vocal coach in existence to save the hope of the company. There's a kind of victory that comes when your boss suddenly believes you might actually win. Still, luck doesn't last forever. If I really had any actual talent, I wouldn't have made it this far just by playing the game. And about that lottery ticket? Yeah, I bought one after the last round. Not only did I not win, but I also lost my entire $10. My manager stood beside me, trying to console me. You bought the cheap one. Should have gone for the $100 ticket. Better odds. So, like a fool, I spent another $100 and didn't win a single cent. Down $110 total. Lesson learned. Never listen to your manager's gambling advice. Honestly, I still know nothing about music. Every single vocal class feels like torture. So I planned to team up with my manager and convince my boss to let me bow out gracefully. But the moment I opened WeChat, I saw my manager had changed her profile picture to me. Not only that, when I opened our team group chat, I was completely stunned by what I saw. Everyone in the team had changed their profile pictures to my face. Even the boss wasn't an exception. I asked my manager what was going on. She told me that now, everyone saw me as their lucky koi fish. Seriously. You're officially famous now, she said. You need to be extra careful with what you say and do. There are so many eyes on you, just waiting to catch a mistake. Funny, she never said stuff like that before. Ever since I joined Skynote, I'd barely even logged into social media. But my manager said the internet was full of people starting to like me now. Some fans even created an official fan club and were organizing vote data for me. I never even dared to dream of something like that before. Me? With a fan club? I immediately opened my social media apps. The inbox was flooded with red notification dots. Profile pics identical to mine were everywhere. And instead of insults and mockery, my screen filled with praise and affection. I hadn't cried in years, but this time the tears wouldn't stop. Every star dreams of being loved by fans. I was no different. Because I didn't want to let my supporters down, I swore to give it everything I had. 6 contestants made it into the finals. This time, there would be no more one-on-one duels. The final round would be live-streamed, with the entire internet voting for the top 3. The favorite to win? The international artist Lily Lang had mentioned before. A global star, loved both at home and abroad, with real skill that crushed every other contestant on stage. But the finale had a twist. Each contestant had to randomly select one audience member as their stage partner. Together, they'd have just 30 minutes to rehearse and perform a duet. And as if that wasn't enough, the show also introduced a wildcard challenger, picked by online votes, who could potentially steal the crown. For me, winning first place still felt like a fairy tale. But this was my last performance, and for the fans who believed in me, I had to go all in. Only 3 days left until the finals. Despite all the preparation, I couldn't shake off the nerves. I was genuinely afraid I'd mess up this final stage. I didn't want to disappoint the people who had grown to like me. My manager noticed the anxiety in my eyes. She walked over with a small slice of cake. You've been dieting for weeks, no sweets allowed. But today, I'm giving you permission, she smiled. You've worked hard, Bella. I've seen it all. At the very least, you're not off key anymore. The effort you've put in, your sincerity, people will see it. Because you're a rare kind of girl. And anyone who truly gets to know you can't help but fall for you. After sipping the chicken soup for the soul my manager brought me, I felt recharged, like my whole body was filled with determination. No door is unpassable, I thought. The road ahead may be long, but it still shines with promise. And just like that, the grand finale arrived. The atmosphere at the venue was electric. Fans from every corner were screaming their favorite contestants' names. I even spotted a glowing name board with my name on it. But the very next second, the smile on my face froze. Right in the middle of the audience, a massive pink neon sign stood out. On it, my name and Lily Lang's, with a heart between our names. I couldn't believe it. Was this some sort of joint fan base? Had I done something to mislead the fans? Since when were people shipping me with her? Without daring a second glance, I turned my head away quickly. All the finalists were already in position. Up next, the MC would reveal the mystery challenger guest, chosen by online vote. The identity had been kept secret up until now. No one knew who it would be. But one thing was clear. Whoever it was had to be a powerhouse. After all, they were picked by tens of thousands of online voters. No way their skills could be overlooked. The countdown echoed through the arena. And then, the challenger stepped onto the stage. A collective gasp swept through the crowd. Even I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was her, Lily Lang. The audience erupted. Lily Lang! Lily Lang! Cheers thundered across the arena. That's right. She had been voted in by the public as the wildcard challenger. When did Lily Lang become this popular again? Wasn't she off shooting a movie? And now she's back, on this stage, challenging me? Don't tell me she pretended to be tone deaf all this time? A strange chill crept up my spine. Something felt off, like I was about to be hit by something big. Lily walked straight toward me. I instinctively backed away step by step, until I hit a wall. No more retreat. She came in close, leaned in with the mic, and whispered into it for all to hear. Long time no see. The arena exploded. Deafening screams echoed from every corner. Lily basked in the wild cheers, clearly loving the spotlight. Then she grabbed my hand and pulled me back to center stage. My brain was racing. We're supposed to be sworn enemies, like oil and water, mortal rivals. And now, this? Somehow, the crowd went into a frenzy again, chanting both our names together. I swear, if there had been a hole beneath my feet, I would have jumped in without hesitation. Unlike my awkward, panicked self, Lily was completely unfazed. She thrived in the rhythm of the crowd. Thankfully, the MC stepped in just in time and brought everything back to order. All contestants are now present, he announced. Let the final competition begin. We were given 30 minutes to go into the audience and choose a guest partner to help us complete our final performance. Deep down, I was still a little nervous. What if no one volunteered to be my duet partner? But to my surprise, the moment I stepped onto the stage, I was immediately mobbed. People were literally singing in front of me, trying to show off their vocals. My head was spinning. I didn't even know where to begin choosing. Only 5 minutes remained, and I still hadn't picked anyone. Move! Let him through! Someone shouted. I opened my eyes and saw my manager pushing her way through the crowd, dragging someone behind her. She somehow broke through the layers of audience barriers and shoved the person right in front of me. I rubbed my eyes and looked him up and down. No way. This guy looked exactly like my boss. Bella, what are you waiting for? My manager hissed. Pick your boss already. Her words snapped me out of it. It was my boss. Since when could he sing? Why didn't I know this? Picking him felt like cheating. But saying no to your boss in public? Not a great career move. Ugh, being an employee is so hard sometimes. All right, let's not put Bella on the spot, he suddenly said. Let her choose whoever she wants. Thank God he said that. He literally saved me in the nick of time. I let out a huge sigh of relief, only to realize there was less than a minute left. No time to think. I rushed to the edge of the crowd and randomly pulled someone out. Only once we were back on stage did I realize I hadn't even asked if he could sing. I leaned over and whispered, Hey, do you know anything about music? He nodded. A small wave of relief washed over me. With that, the partner selection phase ended, and we moved into the stage prep period. Finally, I had time to get a good look at the guy I just dragged on stage. He wasn't the flashy, pretty boy type, but the more I looked, the more intriguing he became. He said his name was Ethan West. I asked him if he had any go-to songs. "Just not something too difficult, please," I begged. He paused, then named a song I'd never heard before. I looked it up on my phone. "Nothing. That's because I wrote it myself," he said casually. "Never released it anywhere." Then he handed me his phone with the demo. As soon as I hit play, I was shook. Even someone as musically clueless as me could tell how complicated this song was. The vocal runs twisted like a mountain highway. The high notes? Think, emergency siren levels. The rhythm alone was enough to make anyone short of breath. Nope, I couldn't do this. I handed the phone back to Ethan, panicking. "This song will end me." He smiled and said, "I wrote this song for you. I'll handle the hard parts. Your sections are perfectly manageable. You can do this." I wasn't so sure. Ethan West had been standing way out on the edge of the crowd. If it hadn't been for the time pressure, there's no way I would have picked him. Now I was starting to wonder, was he playing me? "You didn't listen closely enough," he said. "The female part is really simple. I wrote this song just for you." He looked at me sincerely. "I want to help you win the championship. That's why I stood way out on the edge. I figured you'd panic and grab someone from the sidelines last minute." At this point, I was already on my 800th emotional whiplash of the day. Does Ethan have telepathy? How did he know what I was going to do? "No mind reading," he said with a soft smile. "I've just been your fan for years. I know how you think." I stared at him, speechless. Even that he could predict? Ethan just chuckled. "We're running out of time," he said gently. "Let's get you ready." There was no time to overthink. Under Ethan's guidance, I started practicing my part. And he was right. It really was simple. It started with a spoken monologue, followed by harmonies in the midsection. The pitch stayed low and steady. Only the final chorus was a bit challenging. Ethan was incredibly patient, correcting every note with care. Thank God I'd spent the past few weeks grinding through vocal lessons. Otherwise, I would have never been able to keep up. With just 5 minutes left before our stage time, we decided to add a few simple dance moves so the performance wouldn't feel too static when I wasn't singing. We didn't have enough time to rehearse them properly, but it would have to do. Prep time ended. All contestants were called back to the stage. We drew lots to decide the performance order. And once again, the god of reality TV smiled. Lily Lang was chosen to perform first. I would go last, which also meant no phones during the wait. Otherwise, I would have seen it coming. Online comments were exploding. "Can't believe Bella and Lily have a fan couple name now. The internet really ships everything these days, fictional or not. Lily Lang is such a performer, total prophet, always writing her own drama." Don't say that. But their names do sound kinda similar. Even their faces have a slight resemblance. Could it be? Stop the nonsense. Clearly, Lily's copying Bella. Don't steal her shine. Can I just say something? Bella's avatar literally has divine energy. I support the person above. Plus 10,086 upvotes. Bella's blowing up. Look at how many people are swarming her. I'm screaming. A whole crowd singing for a girl who can't even stay on beat. Must be such a party at the venue. Why didn't I get a ticket? This is peak drama. Even Bella's boss showed up. Bella's face totally froze. She definitely didn't want to choose her boss. One look, and you can tell that man can't sing to save his life. If that guy knows how to sing, I'll do a headstand and shampoo my hair upside down. Now I kinda want to see if you'll actually do it since she didn't pick him. Wait a sec, who's that guy with Bella? He looks really familiar. OMG, I know who that is. That's Ethan West, from Boccherini Academy of Music. The Boccherini Academy? The most elite music school in the world? No wonder I had a feeling Bella would win. Honestly, I've had that feeling since she miraculously survived a 0-3 start. She's no ordinary contestant. Back on stage, Lily Lang's opening performance was solid as expected. The moment she sang her first note, I knew nobody on her team could outshine her. Her guest vocalist was dripping with sweat, trying desperately to match her. But Lily's voice? So unique, so dominating. No matter how loud the other person tried, there was just no overshadowing her. When they finished, the audience only offered a light scatter of applause. But Lily didn't flinch. She was used to this. She just flicked her hair and walked off the stage like a queen. Other contestants gave impressive performances too. Honestly, it felt like watching a battle of the gods, everyone bringing their A-game. One of the foreign contestants especially stood out. When she finished, the entire venue erupted in non-stop claps and cheers. She was now considered the MVP of the whole show. Her performance was so stellar, it made me feel the pressure sink into my chest. I hadn't planned to aim for the title, I really hadn't. But Ethan's song? It was so good. He deserved to stand at the top, and if I dragged him down, I wouldn't forgive myself. I'd lost track of how many deep breaths I'd taken. Then Ethan handed me a piece of candy. "Sugar helps calm anxiety," he said. I popped the candy into my mouth, and like magic, the tension eased a little. When it was finally our turn, I took Ethan West's hand and stepped onto the stage with him. The spotlight beamed down on us, casting long shadows behind our backs. I looked at Ethan's face and slowly began with the spoken intro. Ethan's delivery was calm and steady. Every word landed right on beat. And as for me, I wasn't overshadowed at all. We flowed together seamlessly, like we'd been rehearsing for weeks. Midway through, Ethan had a solo section. Since I had no lines, I moved gracefully to the music, echoing the melody with light choreography. Both of us were completely lost in the music, like it had pulled us into a world of our own. Then came the final part, my solo, sung a cappella. The music faded away, and only my voice remained. It trembled a little, but I managed to stay in tune. And when the last note left my lips, there was a long pause. And then, thunderous applause erupted from the crowd. My eyes stung with heat. I could feel something rising to the surface, tears I hadn't expected. All contestants had finished performing. Now came the voting, from both the live audience and online viewers. I couldn't bring myself to look at the leaderboard. The crowd's gasps and whispers buzzed in my ears. My heart felt like it might leap out of my chest. The voting window was only 10 minutes, but to me, it felt like an eternity. Finally, the countdown hit 0. I slowly turned around. I had mentally prepared myself for anything, but the moment I saw the results, my heart skipped a beat. We won, first place, and not just by a hair. We beat second place by nearly 1 million votes. I never imagined I'd one day receive an award for anything musical. Ever since I was young, I'd always been ashamed of being tone deaf. In school, everyone got to join the choir, except me. I was always left out. Later, thanks to decent looks, I was scouted and entered the entertainment industry. But I never once dared to sing publicly. I was terrified people would realize I couldn't carry a tune. Truth is, in this industry, there are tons of artists like me, pretty faces with no special spark. We fade fast. One night, I was out drinking with friends, a little too wild, and ended up singing karaoke off-key. And that's when my current manager spotted me. She said, "Your pitch problems are so unique, they might actually work in your favor. I'll make you famous for it." At first, I hated the idea. Famous because of a flaw? But after graduating and still being stuck in limbo, living off my parents' money, I gave in. And so began my rise to fame. By becoming infamous, I wiped away my tears as the MC handed me the microphone. I honestly can't remember everything I said. Just that I thanked a lot of people, a whole lot. Then Ethan took the mic. His words were short, but I'll never forget them. Today, I fulfilled a dream. The woman I love sang the song I wrote for her. That alone makes this life complete. Bella Harper, the tone-deaf girl who stumbled her way into a singing competition, walked away with the golden crown. Bella and Ethan, no regrets this lifetime. I'm trending again. Ever since I joined Skynote, it's like I've been glued to the hot search. I never even have time to come down. At this point, I have more true fans than haters. And more than true fans? Fans of the Bella times Ethan couple. Does anyone understand how surreal this feels? I've rewatched Bella and Ethan's stage performance like 800 times. I'm not even tired of it. I've officially become a fan of Bella's music. I get it now. Who hasn't jumped on the hug Bella curl into Ethan's chest ship? It's just too good. I'm shipping it hard. Bella, Ethan, get married already. Do it for me. Wait, is my old ship sinking? You're telling me Bella and Lily Lang are not endgame? Nope. It's a new era now. It's all about Bella and Ethan, cuddled in sync. Honestly, after winning Skynote, I expected to be torn apart by critics. But when I peeked at the hot search comments, some of them had me laughing and crying at the same time. Told you, Bella Harper has guts. She broke into a music show without a sense of pitch and still owned it. Bella's life looks easier than flipping pancakes. Okay, her pitch is a bit off, but her boyfriend more than makes up for it. Why do I feel like Bella has some hidden power that only activates around Lily Lang? Bella made me realize sometimes votes matter more than effort. Bella, go conquer the world with my husband Ethan. He handles the music. I'll handle the fan drama. Then came a new show invite. Not a singing competition this time, but a dating show. I had a bad feeling right away. Sure enough, they invited both me and Lily Lang. Together, Lily's theater addiction kicked in instantly. She stuck to me like glue whenever the camera rolled, like we were filming a K-drama. The producers even managed to rope in Ethan, who's not even in the entertainment industry. The moment Ethan appeared, Lily started bouncing off the walls again, completely ignoring the state of her couple fan base. One day, during a mission segment, I accidentally twisted my ankle. Ethan ran out and bought medicine for my sprain. And Lily? She just straight up carried me to the hospital. I still vividly remember Ethan's clenched jaw and silent fury that day. He was fuming. After the episode aired, the two shipping camps, Bella x Lily and Bella x Ethan, went to war in the comment sections. Honestly, I was exhausted. Eventually, I made a public announcement. Ethan and I are engaged. Lily lost her mind on Waymo for a few days, but then she went quiet. Later, I found out that someone had been pursuing Lily passionately behind the scenes, and maybe, just maybe, their sincerity touched her. She agreed to give them a chance. After that, she quietly withdrew from the spotlight, leaving the industry for good. But her fans? Not so peaceful. They went feral, bashing her and her new partner nonstop. Even the Bella x Lily shippers turned against her, saying she betrayed the vibe. One day, I received a message from Lily. She said she really had liked me once. In the beginning, she only became famous by copying me, so she always felt a strange sense of gratitude. She confessed that all the drama she stirred during the show was just an excuse to be close to me. The truth is, Lily Lang was never clueless. She understood every sarcastic comment thrown her way. But for the sake of her public image and rising popularity, she had no choice but to pretend she didn't. In the end, she even confessed something that shook me. She could sing. In fact, she was the top vocal student at the National Arts Entrance Exam that year. After reading her message, my heart was flooded with emotions I couldn't untangle. All this time, I thought her life was effortless and light. But it turns out, she'd been carrying an invisible weight the entire time. Not long after that, I made an announcement of my own. I was officially leaving the entertainment industry. With full support from my family, I returned to the passion I had long before the spotlight ever found me: writing. After years in a chaotic, stormy world under the public eye, I chose to step away at the right time and return to who I truly was. I picked up a pen and began writing everything I had seen, heard, and felt. This time, I didn't hold back. No more hiding. For the first time in my life, I became entirely, unapologetically me. Thank you for listening to Romance Story Audio. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss the next episode.